Welcome, welcome students to class 6th. As we have completed our first chapter, let's go through the second chapter. And the name of the chapter is Globe, Latitudes and Longitudes. So student, look at this. In previous chapter you have read that our planet Earth is not a sphere. It is slightly flattened at the north and the south pole and bulged in the middle. Can you imagine how it looks? You may look at a globe carefully to get an idea. Globe is a true model of the earth, or we can say miniature form. So, as we saw in the picture, globe is a true model of the earth. A needle is fixed through the globe in a tilted manner which is called its axis. So students, let's start with our chapter. Read the definition. The imaginary line running on the globe divides it into equal parts. This line is known as the equator. So students, the imaginary line running on the globe divides it into two equal parts. This line is known as equator. Then the north half of the earth is known as the northern hemisphere and the south half is known as the southern hemisphere. They are both equal halves. Therefore, the equator is an imaginary circular line and is a very important reference point to locate places on the earth. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of latitude, and latitude is measured in degrees. This is the picture. You can see the earth is divided in two equal halves by a line called equator. You can see in the middle of the circle it is 0 degree latitude. The equator represents the 0 degree latitude since the distance from the equator to either of the pole is 1/4 of the circle round the earth. It will measure 1/4 of 360 degrees, that is 90 degree. Thus, 90 degree north latitude marks the north pole and 90 degree south latitude marks the south pole. Did you get the point? Again, important point is, as we move away from the equator, the size of parallels of latitude decreases. Now, the four important parallels of latitudes. Do you know what is the meaning of latitude? Latitudes are the parallel lines. You can see in the previous diagram. See, all these lines are latitudes. Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. All these are parallels of latitude. The four important parallels of latitudes are, I already explained, Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere, Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere, Arctic Circle at north of the equator and Antarctic Circle at south of the equator. You can see in the diagram. Okay, now let us go through the heat zone of the earth. Look at the picture, students. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. This area therefore receives the maximum heat and is called the torrid zone. Which is the torrid zone? The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once in a year. Okay? The next, which is the next zone, that is temperate zone. The midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The angles of the sun rays goes on decreasing towards the pole. As such, the area bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. And thus these have moderate temperature, and it is called temperate zone. And the third one is frigid zone. What do you mean by that? Area lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere are very cold. This is because the sun does not rise much above the horizon. Therefore, its rays are always slanting. These are therefore called frigid zones. Now look at the picture and get the clear view of the definitions. See, the North Pole and the South Pole, that is polar zone, that means frigid zone. And temperate zones are from north towards north side and the south side. You can see the yellow color, it shows the temperate zone, and torrid zone is, that red one is the torrid zone. Now next, what are latitudes? What do you mean by latitudes? You have studied in your earlier classes. In 5th class also you have studied about latitudes. Meridians of latitudes are drawn from the North Pole to the South Pole and are at right angle to the equator. The distance between meridians of latitudes are measured in degrees of longitude. Each degree is further divided into minutes and minutes into seconds. Look at the picture. The line drawn at 90-degree angle to the equator, they are lines of longitudes. Prime meridian is an imaginary line on earth that passes north to south through the Greenwich Observatory in London, England. See, this is the red line shown. It is the prime meridian. The prime meridian divides earth into the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. The prime meridian is at 0-degree longitude. As we have read, what we have read, that equator is 0-degree latitude. In the same way, prime meridian is at 0-degree longitude. The longitude of a place is followed by the letter E for the east and W for the west. So, as our definition for longitude is clear, and the definition of prime meridian, what do you mean by longitude and time? What is the relation? Time is measured on the basis of overhead sun. When the sun is overhead at a place, it is 12 o'clock noon. This time is called the local time. As the sun is overhead at different time at different places, therefore each place on the earth had its own time. That means, what all this want to say? The earth complete one rotation in 24 hours. Okay, in other words we can say 360 degrees covered in 24 hours. That means 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. Therefore 1 degree is equals to 24 into 60 divided by 360. That means 4 minutes. Okay, in this way we can measure our time. Thus, when it is 12 noon at Greenwich, the time is 15 degree east of Greenwich will be 15 into 4, that means 60 minutes more. That means 1 hour ahead of Greenwich time, which means 1 p.m. In the same way, you can calculate all other times. This is the picture which will show you about the relation between longitude and time. Just read the notes, students. You will get the definition easily and understand it more properly. Now, what do we have? Why do we have standard time? Why do we have standard time? Standard means a particular standard is set for all. The local time of places which are on different meridians are bound to differ. In India, for instance, there will be a difference of about 1 hour and 45 minutes in the local time of Dwarka in Gujarat and Dibrugarh in Assam. It is therefore necessary to adopt the local time of some central meridian of the country as the standard time for the country. So, in India, the longitude of 82.5 east is treated as the standard meridian. Look at the diagram. The line drawn between the two lines, that is the standard meridian for India. Okay. Students, with this our chapter is completed. We will go through the exercise in our next video. Till then, understand the chapter more properly by reading all the notes which I have provided in the video.